and oh shit, action. No, I'm kidding. It's a beautiful day to be beautiful. Fuck. Which you are. Hey, I'm practicing opening up about something, and I've been reading about it, in different psychiatrist things and a lot of psychology that I've been studying about trauma and childhood and experiences and how it shapes us into who we are today. And I've been doing something truly incredible for myself, which I wanted to share to help myself understand myself a bit better and what is going through, as well as solidifying upon myself once again. I'm sounding real selfish right now. These new actions that I've taken upon myself. I don't know if anybody will watch this or if this will resonate with anybody, but it's been a real blessing for me, and I hope that it may encourage another to do the same as I have been doing recently. We all have our own problems and traumas in life, and I'm not going to go into detail because this is far too personal, and that's not the practice that I wanted to try out today. I want to just voice myself. But I've had my fair share of trauma and dark childhood. I'm very grateful and happy that I can still wield an honest smile today, and I have God as well as all the beautiful people around me to thank for that, as well as myself. If you're a gloomy person like I tend to be deep down, you may have the tendency to not give yourself enough love, which is a bad trait which we need to fix, which I'm working on, and I hope that you are too, because remember, it's a beautiful day to be beautiful, which you are. It's a catchphrase I've been working on. I quite like it. So, what I wanted to talk about here today, right now, was moving past this trauma, moving past these childhood experiences that haunt us for eternity. Just like how a high school bully may haunt you for eternity, and you may feel like a coward for the rest of your life because you never get a chance to confront it. A lot of us go through our life never really affronting the things that have happened, which completely have shaped us into who we are today. A lack of love from your childhood may have resulted in you having difficulties with love, not necessarily difficulties like attaining love or whatever, but difficulties dealing with love, right? Or it could be that you have the tendency of going through to an abusive person when it comes to relationships because your household was abusive. It may be that even on a less serious scale as trauma, right? We are reactive to whatever our environment did. Let's say our guardians or our parents or whomever were firefighters. In response to that, we are likely to do one of the two. Either become a firefighter ourselves or do the opposite and be an arson. We are very reactive to what we grew up with, depending on how we felt about our parents, of course. And not only for the sake of work, but again, for relationships, friendships, and overall character. We may feel like we should keep things inside because when we were little we were never allowed to cry and express how we felt, etc. And we really need to do a whole more research on how to deal with childhood problems, because I don't have the answer for that, I'm afraid, yet. But I do know how it affects us and how we can change ourselves little by little. One thing that I've done, which is really freed a lot of load upon my shoulders, a lot of burden, was deciding to forgive my perpetrators, to forgive those that have caused me pain. But people don't really think about the word forgiving in an accurate manner. when you forgive somebody, you don't necessarily just become buddies with them. Right? Let's say it was a high school bully, for example. If you forgive them, it doesn't mean that now they're your friends and now you're on cool terms because they were forgiven. No. Just how it is in giving that we receive, it is in forgiving that we are forgiven. It is upon forgiving another soul that our soul is at last forgiven. Picture this. Let's say that you're in a magical world and that you acquire superpowers. You've been weak all your life, right? You were weak with your magic and all of that stuff. And so people abused you and gave you the worst jobs at the guild. And all of a sudden, one day, you have an awakening and you become real strong. And you fight through a lot of different hardships. And this strength gets more adopted into you. You feel more confident about it now. With this new confidence acquired, as well as overall, just being more comfortable in your own shell. Now you've let go of the past, of that identity of when you were weaker. You've moved past it because you truly feel like you have earned and deserved the new power that you've acquired. In the same way, you could translate this to the real world with money, right? If you put your whole life and you became rich and somebody that may have abused you because you were broke, now you look at them and you're like a million times richer than them. You're like, I don't care, man. I don't care about the things that they used to do. In the same way that somebody abused you in the past, be it like a member of your family or somebody outside of your family, you may have overcome it to such an incredible amount, and you may have had such a track record of accomplishments that you've let go of this and you think, worse off are they who have inflicted upon me pain, because the pain has not stayed with me, but with them it remains, right? So I like to make little rhymes and stuff. I'm actually composing some music recently and I write down my lyrics. Maybe I'll play some for you later. But to go back to the main topic, I'm sorry, I know that what has been like 6 minutes or something. Bro, like, I got on the mic and I started on the camera and I started speaking. As you can see, the audio quality is not really probably that good. This is an exercise that I've read up on just to get more comfortable with yourself, and this is a difficult topic. That's maybe why I'm using fantastic examples and all of this, because I feel real awkward with myself right now. But I'll get more real now, and I'll say how it is. I hope she doesn't watch this video, but growing up, stuff happened with my mom, and I grew a lot of hatred, right? I grew a lot of pain towards her, and associated it always. And I saw all of these things that were happening in our family and to me. And whenever I went to see a friend, and as a kid I couldn't help but compare, but as we know, comparison is the thief of joy. It just made me even more miserable, made me condemn my situation even more. And as I grew older, part of my identity was, well, people don't know what I've been going through. They don't know the pain that I felt. No one understands me. And that was an identity that was keeping me safe, was keeping me at bay. It made me feel better about myself. It made me feel like I had an excuse. But really I was not satisfied. I was in pain still. This identity that I was holding on to was an identity that was paining me, that was afflicting me with emotions that, yeah, sure, maybe it reduced the amount of pain that I felt overall until I directly confronted it. But it was a slow burning ember that was making me suffer. I decided not too long ago, reading on some scriptures and stuff about how heaven is at the feet of your mom, whatever. And I didn't buy all of it too much, but I thought, what if I tried forgiving her? Because these things that I am mad about are in the past. And as my mother, she has always loved me and always will. And it is true that unacceptable things happen even if she does not recall them. But me and my siblings do. Even though that's all happened, she cares about me still, and she always did, and probably more than any woman ever will. I'm not really a mama's boy or anything like that, but I am understanding of a parent's love, though I am yet to be one. And I thought, why not forgive? Because what good is it for me to be diplomatic and act like nothing's there, but not really moving past it? Putting up a good front, a good smile, and acting like I'm on good terms with her when in fact I have all of this hatred inside. I casted it away. And what's incredible about all of this, which I want to get to, is that when I finally told myself, I'm just going to actually love her and forget about the past, I started to feel so free, so incredibly light. It is true that I often at times, well actually I don't even know what I was going to say. I'm hung up on this emotion that I feel. I don't know who else is out there suffering different abuses or has suffered different abuses, but letting go and truly forgiving, I know that you can't always, my occasion is a bit peculiar because I am in contact with the offender, let's say, and it's my mother, and I shall always be in contact, if God wills it, with her. But a lot of us hold on to a grudge with a person that's not even on our life anymore. And I know how hard it is to be the victim. I know how painful and sad it is. But I'd like you to try, if you have a grudge of the like, to let go of it, to forgive them, to say, well, it's in the past and I don't maybe respect them or whatever, but I am not the failure that I was made out to be. I am not this weak person that was taken advantage of. It is all in the past, and I am ready to move on and becoming a better person, and a stronger person. I wish that everybody could feel what I'm feeling these days. It's really awesome, and I'm so happy about it. Yeah, I just came on here to kind of speak my mind and do without cuts, see how terrible of a speaker I am when I don't even know what I want to say, but I just want to say that letting go of this thing that we feel inside is a beautiful thing, and indeed it is a burden, and we are carrying it with us. Get rid of it. You will feel so much better without it. You know, I read a quote that was really cool, right? That offered me a new perspective. It was like, oh, when I pack my luggage, it's very easy for me. I don't need a bag, because all of my luggage is my knowledge, and I can carry it wherever I want, whenever I want. It is space free. It was some scientist that was like talking about it. And I was like, damn, that is the best kind of luggage. But then I thought, it is space free, but it's not emotion free. It holds certain meaning to us, everything that we know and that we remember. We remember it for a reason, because it left us a specific impact on us. How about we forget it? I am still like working on it, but I'm trying to forgive and forget everything that's happened to me in the past, and I'm trying to just become like a normal person that just didn't have to deal with any of the bullshit that I had to deal with, you know? And so far, so great. And I implore you to give it a go. I don't have much more to say, to be honest. I'm just here chilling with my ukulele. Closing words. I love you. This much. Yeah, it's out of frame, that's how much I love you. And if you're going through a hard time, I hope you have someone to reach out to. If you feel like you don't, message me. I'm here. I don't even know if anybody in the world's gonna watch this, but in the first place, it's an exercise for me to feel more confident about things. So, bye.